Libra, welcome to the Winds of Jupiter 2018 yearly reading. Now the cards are very, very good to you. I think they say that for baseball. Anyway, yeah, you received some really excellent cards. I'm going to be doing my 7-point chakra spread. And the main cards represent the chakra points. And the cards on the very left are the past. And the cards on the right are the future. And now the cards on the left, that pillar, is your unconscious self. And the ones on the bottom are the base of your spine. Your sourcing and urgings is what I call it. And then above that is the sacrum or pelvic for spiritual awakening and growth of all kinds. And then the cards above that are your solar plexus for your feeling and sensing. And then the cards in the middle are the heart of the matter. And then the cards down on the conscious pillar are your throat for communication and teaching. And the cards above that are your third eye for envisionment and enlightenment from your pineal gland, activated by light. And then above that is the crown for knowing and understanding that hopefully equals wisdom. Let's go back over and take a look at your past cards. The main card is the Five of Wands, and the two clarification cards with it is the Death and the Fool. Now the Five of Wands is a conflict card. I like to call this card the skirmish for the search of the meaning of life. A lot of times it is an internal struggle, but then again it can be a physical or more of a mental challenge between other people that have turned into a conflict. There might be some egos involved in all of this. Whatever happened in this conflict puts you into a transformation because you received the Death card. And this card shows up when it's needed, not when it's wanted. And you have to allow it to run its course, and you can't resist change. And if you do, there is going to be some destruction, some damage involved. Because the only thing you can depend on in life is change. And maybe you did resist some change in your past, and that caused conflict. But there you have the Fool card that's saying you're ready to go on a new quest, a new self-discovery, and be spiritus, the breath of life, the breath of spirit. Now you want to figure out some mysteries in your little microcosm world and connect them to the outer world, the big bad world, because there has been some conflict between all of this. With the Death card there, it's saying that you have to get rid of some things in your life that's not serving you anymore. The Death card does beckon for closure. And I think that's what's happening now. When you go over to your base of your spine for your sourcing and urgings, you receive the two aces actually, the Ace of Wands and the Ace of Pentacles. Now normally this is where the detritus settles, the sludge. But here now you've got two cards that are saying you've got new beginnings coming up. New options, new opportunities. And this is for enterprise for the Wands. And Pentacles is for financial gain, as well as well-being, personal well-being. Now these aces are just saying these are promises of new beginnings. You're the one that has to roll up your sleeves and figure out how you're going to do these new beginnings. How you should attack them and what needs to be done to further yourself, further your life. Now the cards up above for your sacrum and pelvic for your spiritual awareness and growth. Receive the Nine of Swords and the High Priestess. Now the Nine of Swords is a tough card crowd. Boy, you've been up at night for something that happened. Maybe it was the struggle in the past. That's kind of still lingering. There's a vestige of it. Something's bothering you. Why did it happen that way? And why did I do this instead of that? Some anxiety and maybe regret, remorse. And this has been halting some of your spiritual awareness. But here you have the High Priestess, and it's saying to start listening to your inner self. You can't change what happened. You can only change yourself. And she's bringing in some incoming messages for you to mellow out. Start enjoying life. Start having a spiritual awareness around you. You can't delve yourself into the darkness. And the cards up above agree with that, because you received the Star and the Three of Cups. Now the Star card is about hope and healing. It's a card of future. What needs to be done to orient yourself in the right direction. The celestial sky has fixed stars, and we use them to find our position on Earth. Even Dante used the star to get out of the inferno of what he considered hell. This card is also about maybe a guardian or deceased higher master that's overseeing and helping you. Maybe an angel, someone from your past, is going to be helping you along on your path. But whatever happens here, there's going to be some type of celebration, because you have the Three of Cups. Something that's going to be emotionally uplifting to you. This Three of Cups is a group force card. You know, people on the same sheet of music playing with harmony. And this could be members of a community, family, work, because this is a teamwork card. Teamwork can bring bounty. Teamwork can do the impossible because of synergism. We have people in our life for support, encouragement, to help us through transitions. You know, and every cornerstone in our life has to be celebrated and reveled, because it makes it worth it. A collaborative project comes to completion and everybody's happy. And the cards for the heart of the matter, you receive the Star card again and the Seven of Pentacles. So it is saying there's some new things coming on. But this is more spiritual now. You've got the two Ace cards down at the base of your spine, but here in the heart, it's saying that, yes, there's more hope, there's more healing, there's more change to the future. But it's more of a spiritual feeling to it. And I think that has to do with also the presence of the High Priestess. But then you go back down to earth with the Seven of Pentacles, which is saying that you've sowed some seeds. And they're now ripening. The crop is almost ripe. But this is a time to be very vigilant. It's time to go back and recheck everything and make sure every duck is in its place. And it does feel like you have decisions to make with all these new beginnings, because down there in your throat, for your communication and teachings, you receive the Three of Pentacles and the Seven of Cups. Now the Three of Pentacles is what I call the Architect card. This is a card about building. And it usually has a feeling of a lot of people involved in it. And you receive the Three of Cups up there too, that has a lot of people involved. They might just be there for support, or they might be there to be part of your team, or part of the team that you're involved in. And it's saying that there's a lot of talent going around here. There's some craftsmen and people that know their trade well. But the Seven of Cups is about making a difficult decision. And you could be going forward with this teamwork feeling, but decisions have to be made, and they're going to be difficult. This Seven of Cups brings in splayed energy, a little confusion involved in it. And I think when there's a lot of people, there is confusion. Everybody has their own arena and their own needs. And they have to balance each other out, the decisions do. Now the card's up above for your third eye, for envisioning. You know, this is enlightenment. This is triggered by the pineal gland. And you receive the Six of Cups and the Nine of Pentacles. Now the Six of Cups is a memory card. This could even be from past lives. But it's also your childhood and your experiences all the way up to today, the present. This can indicate that somebody is walking back into your life from your past. That maybe you're going down memory lane. But you have to remember that you can idolize and idealize your memories from the past, and they can become distorted. They weren't really the way it was, you know. But here it's saying with the Nine of Pentacles, this is a really replete card. It's a card of like almost retiring, where you've done all of the hard work, you've done all the sacrifices required, and now you have luxury and contentment and satisfaction. And it's saying here it's being brought from something from the past, which is really refreshing, rather than having emotional baggage that needs to be given the heave-ho. But 9 is a completion card. Are you going to some type of completion? Now the card's up above for your crown, for your knowing and understanding, that hopefully equals wisdom. You receive the Two of Cups and the King of Pentacles. Now the Two of Cups is the minor arcana version of the Lover's card. And this is about forging deeper bonds between people in your life. Family, friends. You can be a companion or even a partner in business. But this card requires you to make decisions. Any 2 card is about decisions, partnership and balance. And it can also have that feeling of opposing forces, dualities. But whatever it is, you do have to make some decisions. You've got the Seven of Cups card down there. And you've got the Aces saying that there's a new beginning that requires decisions. But the Two of Cups card is more about deeds and desires, vice and virtue, and then connecting them to consequences involved. This has to do with emotions. But then you have the King of Pentacles there, and he's not about emotions. You know, he's about practical things and making money. I call him the CEO. But he's also about well-being and health. And that has a lot to do with our emotions, though. But this can say that maybe you're getting promotions, changing jobs, receiving bonuses, a lot of things that are dealing with finances. And maybe your relationships or your partnerships have to do with finances. I think with the Death card in the past and having the 2 star cards and the Aces coming in, you're still in this transformation. You're moving along in it and you're making headway, but you haven't really got spit out the other side yet. You haven't completed it. You're almost there, though. With the future cards, you receive the Queen of Swords, the Wheel of Fortune, and the Ten of Pentacles. So it's saying here in the future, you are going to be finishing this transformation. Because you receive the Ten of Pentacles, and the 10 card is about endings and new beginnings. And with it being Pentacles, there is some financial thing going on here. You brought yourself into a completion point of security, of some kind of financial security that's bringing satisfaction and contentment. You see that with the 9 of Pentacles, the King of Pentacles, and now you've got the 10 of Pentacles. And somewhere in between this, transformation and this completion. There's the Wheel of Fortune saying that something came right, the right time, the right place, an auspicious time, an opportunity that was just fortuitous and brought some luck into the whole mix. Now the Queen of Swords, she's a no-nonsense card. You know, she wants you to make decisions with logic and reason and exclude emotions in your decision making. And I think that's what the King was saying up there, the King of Pentacles with the Two of Cups. Don't always use emotions in your decision making. Because if you do, you really get tangled up sometimes. And especially if you're dealing with business and enterprises. You have to keep emotions out of it. The Queen is holding up the sword of truth, though. And she will wield it. If there's people that's been lying to you. Because the swords are about intellect and mind, as well as words. So maybe there's some kind of contracts, agreements going on that are going forward with business that's going to bring a lot of success. This is a great reading for 2018. And I wish you acceptance, peace, and happiness.